The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will get the first swing of the game. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones, and then delivered the ball on time.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incomplete. He's throwing the tight end. You better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw, and they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They keep attacking through the air. Got his man downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line. They'll try to run it in. Strong, firm tackle.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening goal.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive. Here
comes the offense on 1st down. pre-snap motion in the backfield. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Right back to the well.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the big fullback. Still on his feet at the 45. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Big fullback's got it. Smashes through.
At the 30.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? And it's a good idea. The guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Leaves it with the running back. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their youth. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Well, there weren't a lot of guys in the box defensively on that 2nd and long play, so you see the offensive line, they're able to get downfield, get a hat on a hat, and that helped lead to that successful play.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll run it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Bringing it back, it's Stewart. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, what was that guy? What was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They run the reverse. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. The run to the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The give to the fullback. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The Wolverines will keep this drive going.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Let's go! He's going to pass. Fires downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, that's normally an easy throw and catch, just a slant route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense there.
And this will be the 9th play of the drive. The receiver on the jet sweep. At the 20, he's got space. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! The AT unit on the field.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
And no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk.
Headed to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. We want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
21, Nebraska, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Getting some heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Boyd. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him when he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They'll give it to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Raiola. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And they'll down this one at about the 40. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Wants to throw on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unleashes one. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. And back to the air on 2nd down. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Couldn't make the play on 1st down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's caught. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. The Wolverines have moved it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. He's right on target. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. Your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Huskers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Obliterates him, still on the move. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Dances away from the heat. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get it first.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Coming after it. Keeps the play going. Fires on the move. Oh, picked off. At the 40, there he goes. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for it.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the route is on. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Handoff to the fullback. Fights off a defender.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. 2nd and goal for the offense. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Motion from the offense. Trying to turn the corner on the jet sweep.
Great job by the defense there slowing down that jet sweep. And a big key was the defensive end containing the play, forcing the receiver to cut back inside to where all the traffic was.
This offense has a 2nd down play. got the first down, looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extraordinary.
I love defenses that can gang tackle. How about the defense getting a lot of hats to the football? That receiver's a fast dude. With this defense, they've got a lot of teams beat themselves, and they showed it right there.
Running back searching for a hole. Keeps the legs moving. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Using the quick game. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To throw, it's Raiola. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block for him. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Coming up.
Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Give to the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Power football with the run. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. On the ground. Touchdown, Michigan. And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run the screen. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
He'll just keep slinging it. Twist his way through. Gets away from one, finds room. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But no confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Huskers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if you'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Nelson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's